Vi förbundskapten Janne Andersson här. Andreas Sundberg, fotbollskanalen, har räckt upp handen. Varsågod.
Questions for the Swedish national coach, Andreas Sundberg. First question.
Hej Janne, berätta gärna om hur du känner.
Hi Jan, please tell us how you feel right now.
Man kan väl dra en kortversion av matchen.
I can say the short version of the game. I think we did a decent team. We played against a team that defended a bit more, so they didn't press us as much. First half we had some chances, but they managed to get the lead, but we equalized just before halftime. Second half we had 4 really great chances, and we had hitting the posts and the crossbar, and Dejan had a really good chance as well. So it felt like we would score eventually. Unfortunately we don't. So in the extra time it went the way it went. The red card really decided the game, and we had to really fight for it. It's incredibly difficult, and it's tough result to take. We had some long throw-ins, but we did not manage to do much in the extra time. It's a very bitter defeat. So there's not much to say as a coach in the dressing room after that. Everyone can take it the way they want, so we will have to take it tomorrow. What's your view on the red card? I was really surprised it was a free kick at first when I saw it, but my colleagues in the stands said it was a red card, and it's a very experienced referee, so I haven't seen it fully again, so I think it's probably right. I felt that we had good control of the game, so I decided not to make any changes sooner. When Ludwig Augustinsson had some problems, we decided to change both fullbacks to maybe work the counter-attacks. Then Dejan, Alex, they felt good and had some energy left, and they were really dangerous in this game, so I didn't want to take them off too early. And Dejan was close to being the decider. I decided to make the substitutions in the extra time, so I wanted fresh legs for that, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. Question from Petra.
Hej Janne.
Hi Jan. Can I elaborate on the substitutions? Is that something that you think, looking back, that you could have maybe won the game by putting on different players? You could probably analyze it greatly, but during the game I felt that we had great balance in the team and we created chances, so at that moment I did not feel like that. So towards the end I realized that we could have just saved them into the extra time, so I could probably have made different changes, but overall I think the players who played well. If you look at Forsberg, even though you're out of the championship, what can you say about what he meant to you in this championship? Emil is fantastic. He did get a chance to score in the extra time, so Emil has been fantastic. He's an important player for us. He scored 4 goals and 3 from open play, so that's of course good.
Spelare som har lyft innan att de ska sluta. Marcus Berg har sagt att det är
Players that have said before the championship that he would be playing his last championship, Marcus Berg and Sebastian Larsson, that they would retire from the international stage. What have you talked to them? Well, we haven't had the chance to talk about that, so we'll have to just assess later on and talk to them. Question from Noah. Jan, just a question about their goal towards the end. What's your perception of what happened with the 2-1 goal? I don't have any perception other than he managed to whip it in towards the end there. But we managed to keep them away quite well, but I thought that we should have maybe kept it away. You had some exchange of words with Shevchenko there before the game was over. What were you talking about? Well, I was a little bit tired. I felt that they were diving a bit towards the end. But I was complaining to the fourth official, but he did not agree with me, so he wasn't happy about that. Another question about the red card. You see it differently from down on the pitch and from the stands. Have you managed to talk to Marcus after the game? I just went to give him a hug after the game, so we will talk after this. After the final whistle, you looked like you were very emotional. Why was that? I think that we did an okay championship, even though we lost today. Sweden hasn't gone through the group stages since 2004, so we were close to going through in this game, and we had a good chance. If we did not perform well and lost, I would be pissed, but I don't think we did that. We fought for it, and we tried to at least get the penalties. So it's terrible as a leader to see that we lost it in the end. When Emil hit the crossbar, was another one from distance. Did you start thinking about why the ball wouldn't go in? I don't know. Dejan went in and took the shots that he's able to do, and we created a lot of chances, and we created enough chances to win the game, but I don't think there was any particular thought about why it didn't go in. If you create chances, you normally get a reward, but we didn't get that this time. Thank you. Johan, next question. I did not manage to get the video today either. You say that it's an okay championship. Is that how you would review it? Yeah, I think it's clearly an okay championship. We won the group and went through. It's a long time since Sweden went through the group stages. But of course we wanted to win this game and stumble at the goal line. Of course, the red card had a great effect, so I think we would have had a better chance of winning the game if we did not concede that. But I think it's clearly a decent championship for us. Anton, next question. There are more players that play in their first championship, like Alexander and Dejan. What do you think about their first championship? I think they played well. Dejan unfortunately wasn't with us the whole time, but due to COVID. But this was his first game from the beginning. I think he did well. He was the deciding factor against Poland, and Alex did really well. They're two really exciting forwards, and they are already really good. And I think it's really a pleasure to see that. Do you feel that the future is bright for this national team? Yes, I'm convinced. I think we will take some new step. We'll collect our strengths, and Mattias Svanberg did not manage to play because he had the COVID. So Jordan Larsson is not that young, but he's still a young national team player. So we have a lot of players. There's, of course, there are new players coming around. So I am not worried at all that we won't have a strong national team. What's your view on your performance as a manager, as this head coach for Sweden? Well, to analyze it all the time, I think that we did a decent championship, and we managed to get things together quite well. We played maybe a little bit too far down the pitch, but it's not something that we went into the championship thinking we would do. But we had the ball quite a fair bit during periods of this game, so I felt that we were growing as a team, and we could have grown more in this tournament, and we had more to give. So it's very unfortunate that we didn't manage to deliver on those chances. So as a team, I think team and me and my colleagues also get a decent. Let's try with Johan again. Jan, you talked about before the championship, it was maybe the greatest squad depth that you've had, but you did not make many changes. We talked about the substitutions that were made quite late. Was the overall squad not as broad as you thought, if you're looking back? Well, I think that we showed that we put on some players that made a difference, but I just felt that the starting 11 was really strong, and that's why I decided not to rotate more. Dejan was not an option earlier in the tournament, so other than that, I think that the players did really well. I feel confident that we selected the best starting 11 for each game. Things can always go differently, but in my world, we did the right thing because we had fresh legs on in the extra time period. But I think that we had quite a good grip on the game for long periods of the second half, so that's why I decided to keep them on. Looking from the outside, we thought maybe it was a really good chance to go really far in this tournament with the teams that were left. Well, I of course am really disappointed that we didn't win the game today. We had a chance, and the red card and the late goal, I'm really disappointed with. If we would have had another game on Saturday, we would have had to win against England, and that would have been a really difficult one. But unfortunately we didn't get there.
Då tackar vi så mycket.
Tack.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, everyone.